Hi, how are you? So welcome to another Hocus Pocus video. And this one is going to be a little bit different. We're actually going to make stuff. Okay, I like making stuff. And there are like a ton of things online that you can make that's Hocus Pocus inspired. But while I was out and about yesterday, I got an idea and I thought, ooh, this will make a fun video. So let's do it. Everything you should know, and I will put everything that you need to make this below in the description. But everything that I got to make this literally came from the Dollar Tree. So it's $1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $7, and that's all I spent on it. So an all-natural wreath. So this is actually kind of like a Christmas wreath. That's where I got it, was in the Christmas section, because for some reason when I walked into the Dollar Tree, there was hardly any Halloween and all kinds of Christmas. So we got to go with what works. Also got some of the smaller wooden dowel sticks. I got some Spanish moss. I'm using tacky glue for this project. You can use hot glue. You can actually use even regular Elmer's glue if you want to, but the only reason I'm using tacky glue is because we're in the office at work and I didn't feel like bringing my glue gun. So that's why. And then last but not least, I got appropriately colored ribbon, Hocus Pocus ribbon. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make a wreath, but on this wreath, we're going to make the decorations. Oh, there's one more thing. Background decoration. It says, "Come, we fly." All right, so 8 items. Now you can put whatever background decoration you want or not. The background decoration is not required. I just like to put it. So this wreath is actually going to be decorated with the 3 witches' brooms, and I'm going to try to make them as close to as I possibly can to make them look like the Sanderson broomsticks. Okay, so first things first. I'm going to go ahead and try to make the witch's brooms first. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these little small dowels, and they're literally only about this big. You can make them as big as you want to because this is your wreath. You can make it bigger if you want. Mine is actually a smaller version. And I am going to glue them to where they're just a little bit 3D. Then I'm going to use the Spanish moss to make the end of the broom. Could be fun. All right, let's get cracking. So here we have the start of Sarah's broom. What I did was I took the 3 dowels, little mini dowel sticks, and I glued them together. And then I wrapped them in some of the purple ribbon. Now we're going to try the Spanish moss. So Sarah's broom is actually split into 2 parts on the end. So I got 2 bunches of Spanish moss, and then I discovered I needed rubber bands. So you will need rubber bands, and I went ahead and just rubber banded the bunches at the top and then rubber banded them together. And of course, you'll need a little bit of trimming to make it look a little bit more like a broom. Now we're going to attach it to the broomstick, see how it looks. So here we have a broom for Sarah. Now what I've done is I took the end that I made and I actually rubber banded it onto the sticks, onto the dowel rods, and then I wrapped it with ribbon. Now you'll notice it's kind of in an L shape, and I want that because when I take the wreath and put the broom on it like that, it'll make it a little bit more 3D. So, Sarah's broom. You can trim it up ever how you want to, but I kind of like how messy it is and makes it look kind of old. So now let's work on the other brooms. Now for Mary, we're using this sort of brownish gold ribbon that kind of matches the earthy tones that she wears. in the film. So there we go. We've got our handle wrapped. Now let's do the moss. Mary's broom is a little bit thicker on the end, so we've made the staff just a little bit thicker. Now let's stick it on. Mary's broom. You'll notice again that it's in an L shape. Makes it easier to go onto the wreath if we do it that way. Now finally for Winnie's broom. And here we have Winifred's broom. A little less broomy on the end, but that's okay. I kind of dig it that way. So now before we attach these to our special little wreath, let's work on the wreath. I'm going to measure and cut it out like this so that this design will take up the entire back. I went ahead and attached a holder so it will be able to be hung. I literally just threaded through a paper clip and then tied some of the ribbon together and threaded that through. Literally threaded it through the paper clip like that. So now when we're done with it, we can hang it up. So let's finish putting it together. I went ahead and put the brooms onto the wreath. And what I did was I took the bows off that I originally made and cut them down, trim them down, and then put the tiniest amount of glue to hold them in place, and then wrapped ribbon around them in order to hold them to the wreath. And now we're going to put the back on. So here we go. I went ahead and put some of the extra leftover Spanish moss that I had used from cutting the brooms on the inside, just because I thought it would be pretty. You can actually take hairspray, just regular plain old hairspray, and spray it on the Spanish moss on the brooms to stiffen it a little bit more, to make it stay in place a little bit better. So I thought this was super cute. I'm actually going to hang it up to dry, and then later we're going to take it home. It will actually hang in the office. Ooh. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Peace and love and hocus pocus. I'll see you guys later. Bye.